day rose slowly in an orange-colored sky, and I was already there, watching the morning pass by. Hot coffee in my bottle, heart squeezing inside. But God always finds me on the highway where I ride. The road is my companion, but it's also a prayer. Each curve is a silent plea, whispered in the air. And when longing hits my chest without a warning sign, I remember life is long, but God is a guide in time. And even when the midnight hours crush my will, I feel your hand on the wheel, guiding still. When the road prays for me, I drive without fear, for I know the Lord will always hold me near. Even far from home, far from those I adore, it's God who lights the flame inside my core. And when the wind blows like I'm about to fall, the road kneels down and starts to pray for me through it all. I am a trucker, but I'm your child indeed. And every mile whispers, the Lord meets your need. I've seen heavy storms crash hard upon my glass, but I've seen the sun break through as the shadows pass. I learned the sky changes, but God never does, and His voice leads stronger than anything I trust. At the midnight truck stop, I look at the sky. Diesel fills the air and my spirit starts to cry. I pray, Father, don't leave me on this endless road. And you whisper, son, I carry your load. And when the past tries to wound me once more, I remember you're the God of what's next and before. When the road prays for me, I drive without fear, for I know the Lord will always hold me near. Even far from home, far from those I adore, it's God who lights the flame inside my core. And when the wind blows like I'm about to fall, the road kneels down and starts to pray for me through it all. I am a trucker, but I'm your child indeed. And every mile whispers, the Lord meets your need. When I look in the mirror at all that's behind, I see how much love you placed in every sign. If I cried in the silence, He gathered each tear, turning sorrow into strength and pushing away fear. At night, when the journey seems endless and wide, I hear your soft whisper saying, I'm by your side. And the engine roars loudly like it's saying amen, knowing this journey isn't walked alone again. I faced freezing valleys, mountains steep and tall, but God walked beside you every fall. Now I know that my route always had a plan, to spread faith on the highways wherever I ran. When the road prays for me, my heart comes alive. Every mile becomes a promise that helps me survive. Even if the night tries to make me lose sight, your light rises before the morning light. If the world grows heavy and pushes me down, I rise because your hand will never let me drown. And when the sunset tells me the day reached its end, I rest and thank the Lord for being my friend. And I keep on driving with heaven inside of me, because when the road prays for me, the sky prays too.
In the silence of the highway, while the night still rains, only the headlights cut and fog calm the weight in my veins. Longing comes softly, but the heart remains strong, for God speaks to me in every wind that moves along. The radio plays low, only there to accompany, and every old song somehow guards my memory. I keep on driving, but I know I'm not alone, because on the passenger seat, and God has made his home. And when the cold tries to freeze my heart again, I feel your warm embrace breaking through the pain. So I make a prayer on the dawn right ahead, asking strength, asking peace, asking not to dread. The road is long, but your grace runs wider still, and when fear approaches, you renew my will. And distance, I won't lose my way, for I know you are beside me every single day. I've seen the sun rising from the mountains bright and white, painting the sky with colors only the Creator can provide. And there I am, so small, inside my truck's steel frame, feeling life itself resting inside your holy name. Sometimes I stop on the shoulder just to breathe and be, whispering to you quietly so no one else can see. Lord, take care of my loved ones, care for all who stay, and heaven answers gently, Son, I've already made a way. And when the night gets heavy, trying to steal my fight, I remember you are God, the one who created light. So I make a prayer on the dawn right ahead, asking strength, asking peace, asking not to dread. The road is long, but your grace runs wider still, and when fear approaches, you renew my will. Through dust and distance, I won't lose my way, for I know you are beside me every single day. I've crossed storms that nearly tore my whisper healing into my heart. When the load grew heavier than I could bear, you carried it with me, reminding me you're there. The road has taught lessons no book could ever hold. How to see God in details only felt, never told. In the smell of rain, in the dust on the ground, in the worn out marks of my truck all around. And when I think the world is falling out of place, I feel your strength breathing courage into my days. If the route changes, I follow, even without sight. For you walk ahead of me, long before daylight. So I make a prayer on the dawn route ahead, and the sky opens wide at every word I said. No matter how long the next stretch might be, with God on my side, nothing can stop me. And when the sun rises, saying the new day came, I thank you for the life carried in your name. Each mile, each breath, each moment I live shows the love you sent on the dawn route you give. And I keep on driving without fear to face, for my strongest prayer was born in daybreak's grace. Day rises slowly on the mirror of my rig. The wind whistles strong, but my soul stays big. The highway greets me like an old loyal friend, and God drives with me from beginning to end. The engine's rumble reminds me who I am, a trucker made strong, lifted by the great I am. And even when I stumble, He's there lifting me. The road is hard, but with Him I'm free. And when loneliness tries to settle inside, I whisper a prayer and remember in stride that heaven never leaves a man alone. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, God paints my life with colors that don't die. In the glowing dawn, I feel His gaze. In the tired sunset, His hand still stays. And even when fear tries to silence my breath, His voice says, son, I carry you through death. So I stand firm, knowing this truth I tell. Foot on the road, but my heart in the sky dwells. At every forgotten truck stop in the middle of nowhere, I find traces of your grace laid gently there. In the smell of strong coffee, in the smile of a friend, your care reminds me
you're here without end. Headlights fly past like comets in flight, and I know I'm not alone. You speak through the night, sometimes exhausted, sometimes unsure, but your presence draws a map that keeps me secure. And when the rain falls heavy trying to stop my way, I remember you're the God who calms the day. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, God paints my life with colors that don't die. In the glowing dawn, I feel His gaze. In the tired sunset, His hand still stays. And even when fear tries to silence my breath, His voice says, son, I carry you through death. So I stand firm, knowing this truth I tell. Foot on the road, with my heart in the sky dwells. And when the night is too dark for my eyes to see, I lift them upward and call for Thee. The sky opens quietly, ready to hear, and I feel your presence drawing near. The engine keeps roaring, but your peace leads my lane, even when longing hits me like rain. I pray for the family waiting for me back home, and feel your protection covering my chrome. Sometimes I drown in memories that ache, but you heal, lift, and remake. And there on the road where no one else sees, you wrap me in spirit and bring me to my knees. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, fear disappears when your voice comes by. Your steps go before me, opening up the dawn. And with every mile, my strength is reborn. Life may be hard, but you are true, and my path aligns when I look to you. When the sun sets, saying the day is done, I stop and whisper, my God, thank you for every run. And I keep rolling on, knowing well, foot on the road, and my heart in the sky as well. Morning breaks and the road calls, with the smell of fresh wet ground, the engine humming softly like a prayer in whispered sound. The sky opens up its arms, reminding me of God's embrace. And there I go, me and the highway, chasing dreams from place to place. The radio plays slow, a country tune filled with truth, speaking of simple living and the heavy longing of youth. I think of home and family, of my wife's tender way, and the faith she puts inside me when she says, go with God, my love, be safe. When loneliness gets close, trying to make me fall apart, I feel God's presence whispering, son, I'm holding your heart. There are lights on the road of faith, guiding the ones who believe, even when the night grows heavy and my soul has to leave. God lights up a brand new star just to help my journey stay. And I learn with every turn that with Him I find my way. There are lights on the road of faith that never fade or depart, shining heaven from above, strengthening my weary heart. The evening slowly settles, painting everything in gold, and I think of God's own plans, worth more than riches told. The cabin turns to a chapel, and the wheel a faithful friend. I speak to Him of everything, and He rides with me to the end. I've seen so much on this road, long highways teach you truth, helping those stuck in trouble shows the grace God shows in youth. For when I once lay broken, with nowhere left to go, He lit my darkest night and healed my deepest sorrow. And every memory reminds me I never walked alone. God left signs of His mercy in each mile I've ever known. There are lights on the road of faith, guiding the ones who believe, even when the night grows heavy and my soul has to leave. God lights up a brand new star just to help my journey stay. And I learn with every turn that with Him I find my way. There are lights on the road of faith that never fade or depart, shining heaven from above, strengthening my weary heart. Sometimes the tired body thinks it's time to give in, but a gentle voice responds, son, I made you strong within. So I breathe the air of peace as the wind begins to sway, and I see that every pain also pushes me God's way. The storm appears so sudden, thunder tearing through the sky, lines vanish from the pavement, and fear asks if I should try. But when I say, Lord, protect me, the world begins to ease, and God places His own hand on the fiercest of the seas. The highway turns to brightness, the rain loses its roar, a warmth floods my soul as if God spoke once more. Fear not, my faithful driver, for I give you strength to rise. While you walk this road with me, no force will break your drive. There are lights on the road of faith, guiding the ones who believe, even when the night grows heavy and the soul wants to grieve. God lights up a brand new star just to help me smile again. And I whisper, thank you, Father, for never letting go of my hand. There are lights on the road of faith, brighter than the moon above. And as long as God is steering, I'll reach the place I dream of. stop exhausted, with my body begging for rest. I thank the Lord in silence for every mile and every test. Because where there's road ahead and courage to carry on, there will always be God's grace guiding me beneath the dawn.
In the quiet of the dawn, with the engine as my friend, the moon keeps watchful eyes on every mile I spend. The highway calls me forward, but the one who leads is He, who paints each curve with love and walks the road with me. Life taught me gently that direction isn't mine, but God draws out the pathway when I cross the line. And even when the night puts pressure on my soul, He lights a greater beacon that makes the darkness whole. And when fear tries to climb inside my truck, I hear your voice breaking through my luck. I keep rolling on the road that God showed me. Even tight, I know He lifts me faithfully. If the wind changes and the storm blows in, I remember the Lord keeps me safe within. And every mile the world has made me go, I see the grace He left along the road. I'm just a trucker, but now I see through this long life, God guided me. I've crossed lonely mountains, deserts wide and bare, and learned that every barren place hides mercy there. A song plays on the radio, a prayer inside my chest, and God keeps filling me with courage for the test. I've cried by the roadside from missing my home, but felt your warm presence say, you're not alone. Like a father who comforts without making noise, saying, son, I'm proud of you. Listen to my voice. And when the rain falls heavy with no sign to cease, I remember you're the God who whispers peace. I keep rolling on the road that God showed me. Even tight, I know He lifts me faithfully. If the wind changes and the storm blows in, I remember the Lord keeps me safe within. And every mile the world has made me go, I see the grace He left along the road. I'm just a trucker, but now I see through this long life, God guided me. Looking back through the mirror at the road behind, I see how many valleys You carried me through in time. How many times I fell with no one to hear, but You came down from heaven just to pull me near. When the weight of the cargo felt too much to bear, You walked beside me and lifted my despair. Now I know I never drive alone, for every curve carries a touch of Your throne. My longing for my family cuts deep and strong, but You give me strength to keep rolling on. And when I think everything's breaking apart, You hold my hands and steady my heart. I keep rolling on the road that
what God showed me. Through the wrongs and rights, you shaped me carefully. Even if the night tries to swallow my sight, your light reaches me before morning's bright. If the world grows heavy and my chest wants to slow, I remember your mercy always overflows. And when the sunset whispers the day is through, I bow my head, my God, thank you. I travel forward knowing I'm never alone. The road is long, but God showed me the way home. I woke up on the edge of light with the soft hum of my truck. Cold wind swept across my face like memories I can't give up. I took the highway in silence, just me, God, and the engine song. And every light pole passing by felt like grace moving along. The sky still pale and empty, like a page not written yet. And I thought of all the hard days that only God can truly get. So many sleepless nights, so many tears I had to hide. But truckers learn early in life, God drives even when we cry. And when fear tries to break me and my soul feels weak inside, I remember that the Creator is the one who makes me rise. So I follow the road that prays with me. On the asphalt I find my peace. If the night grows heavy and cold, God is the light my hands can hold. And even when the winds try to drown my voice, I know that He's still my greatest choice. For the one who guides where I should be is the Father drawing roads for me. At a truck stop I met an old friend with eyes worn down by time. He spoke of pain, he spoke of fear, and battles he calls mine. But when I mentioned Jesus' name, hope flickered inside his chest. 'Cause every trucker understands without God we can't do our best. I saw stories carved in skin, battles men rarely share, smiles covering quiet storms, dreams struggle in the air. But I also saw faith rising, lifting broken men from dust. For those who cling to Jesus, find a healer they can trust. And when the sunrise cracks the sky, bringing light where darkness stayed, I feel God calling me home again to the grace His hands have made. So I follow the road that prays with me. On the asphalt I find my peace. If the night grows heavy and cold, God is the light my hands can hold. And even when the winds try to drown my voice, I know that He's still my greatest choice. For the one who guides where I should be is the Father drawing roads for me. How many times I almost fell, how many nights I broke inside, but God touched my weary heart and helped my spirit stay alive. And when missing home hurts deep and life feels heavier than before, I hear His voice reminding me, son, I hold you forevermore. The rain fell hard without warning, and the sky turned into a sea. The tires cut through the fear, faith kept holding on to me. whispering through the dark. If God guides every mile you take, no danger leaves its mark.
So I follow the road that prays with me. On the asphalt I find my peace. If the night grows heavy and cold, God is a light my hands can hold. And even when the winds try to drown my voice, I know that He's still my greatest choice. For the one who guides where I should be is the Father drawing roads for me. And when I park at the end of the day, I feel peace filling my chest. For every mile I traveled, God walked beside me, doing the rest. And tomorrow when the sun returns, I'll keep rolling faithfully. For as long as roads exist, He'll ride this world with me.
The dawn opened up my eyes long before the alarm could ring. It was the silence calling my name. It was God in everything. The air breaks sighs beside me, like it's breathing with my chest. And every curve across Brazil feels like home where I can rest. On the radio plays a country tune that takes me back to younger days, when I dreamed of being bigger without knowing my own ways. Today I carry the whole wide world on wheels, turning endlessly. But I also carry faith inside that keeps standing up for me. And when the weight grows heavy and my heart runs out of air, I look to the sky and whisper, Father, hold me there. I keep following the sky along the highway, where longing tries to tell me it's all okay. Cause whoever trusts in God won't lose their way, even when the night is cold and fades to gray. And if fear ever tries to dim my light, I remember the cross, I remember Christ. And I keep going, rising higher, for the sky fuels my fire. The view keeps changing every mile, and life keeps changing as I roll. I've learned that time will teach it, though sometimes it teaches through the soul. I've cried parked out on the shoulder, with no strength left to move on. But God pulled me up from the dust, like a father holding his son. I've seen children running at truck stops, selling hope inside their eyes. I've seen mothers asking blessings for their sons beneath the skies. I've seen old truck drivers talking with stories more than a few. And I realized every person carries their own I'm done with you. But one thing life keeps teaching is we're never alone in the end. Because when a man runs out of power, God's own hand begins to mend. I keep following the sky along the highway, where longing tries to tell me it's all okay. Cause whoever trusts in God won't lose their way, even when the night is cold and fades to gray. And if fear ever tries to dim my light, I remember the cross, I remember Christ. And I keep going, rising higher, for the sky fuels my fire. Sometimes I think about the future and the things I've yet to see. Is this life out on the highway where I'm meant to grow and be? But then I hear the promise God once placed inside my chest. No matter where the road may lead, my hand will guide the rest. The storm came crashing over, lightning split the sky in two.
The lines were almost fading, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to pull over, I wanted to turn back around, but a piece fell down upon me like an angel standing on the ground. The window shook with thunder, the engine fought to stay alive. But when I said, Lord, please protect me, everything began to thrive. The sky then opened slowly, like a door revealing light, and I saw the whole long highway pointing straight to Jesus Christ. I keep following the sky on the highway, where longing tries to tell me it's all okay, 'cause whoever trusts in God won't lose their way, even when the night is cold and fades to gray. And if fear ever tries to dim my light, I remember the cross, I remember Christ, and I keep going, rising higher, for the sky fuels my fire. Oh. And when I park exhausted, with my soul needing to rest, I thank my Lord in silence for giving strength through every test. 'Cause as long as there is highway and the world keeps spinning round, I know heaven won't forsake me. It's always riding with me down the road I've found. In the silence of this endless road I roam, I carry stories life carved deep in my soul. Between faded headlights and dreams reunited, I learned that even in darkness God keeps me guided. The engine roars loud but my heart speaks soft. Every curve is a lesson lifting me aloft. I push on strong, even when longing cuts deep, 'cause faith is the fire I'm meant to keep. And when the weight of the miles makes me want to stop, I hear God whisper, son, don't rush the clock. The road is long, but I'm leading the way. Fear no storm, I'm your safe place. I'm a trucker, born of burning asphalt lines. My wheels carry stories, my soul holds the divine. God lights the map I can't understand, and when I fall He lifts me with gentle hands. I'm a traveler under painted morning skies, and with this faith I carry I rise and rise. If the world shuts doors, He opens the ground and teaches me to drive with my heart unbound. I've seen fog hide what I needed to see, but in the darkness I found strength inside me. Loneliness rides along, but it doesn't command, for God sits beside me saying I'm your stand. Between static-filled radios and signs rushing by, I let go of fear and let hope amplify. The road is a mirror of who I'll become, each mile a chiseling of what I'm meant to become. And when the rain refuses to stop and the sun hides away, I lift my head and find faith in the day. For the one who rides with me never fails. He holds the wheel when my own strength fails. I'm a trucker, born of burning asphalt lines. My wheels carry stories, my soul holds a divine. God lights the map I can't understand, and when I fall He lifts me with gentle hands. I'm a traveler under painted morning skies, and with this faith I carry I rise and rise. If the world drive with my heart unbound. And when the radio goes silent and I'm alone inside, I close my eyes and feel God by my side. Doesn't matter the road, doesn't matter the land, the path blooms when He takes command. My truck becomes a temple, my highway becomes prayer. Each shining headlight brings forgiveness to bear. The world may be harsh, but my faith stands tall, for God rides straight even through life's toughest haul. The sun finds me steady, ready to roll, with my heart warmed in purpose in my soul. On this seat I renew the hope I carry within. The road is a challenge but also a friend. Life keeps moving and I'm moving too, seeing victories in the mirrors I once never knew. In the open horizon my mission shines bright, to be a faithful trucker guided by the light. I'm a trucker, the road is my destiny. With God in command I'm never lonely. He lights a route I'm still learning to see, turning my weary days into strength in me. A traveler of faith, the force in motion. Each dawn renews my devotion. If night grows dark, He becomes my guide, leading me onward to the next sunrise.
In the quiet of the dawn, with the engine as my friend, the moon keeps watchful eyes on every mile I spend. The highway calls me forward, but the one who leads is He, who paints each curve with love and walks the road with me. Life taught me gently that direction isn't mine, but God draws out the pathway when I cross the line. And even when the night puts pressure on my soul, He lights a greater beacon that makes the darkness whole. And when fear tries to climb inside my truck, I hear Your voice breaking through my luck. I keep rolling on the road that God showed me. Even tight I know He lifts me faithfully. If the wind changes and the storm blows in, I remember the Lord keeps me safe within. And every mile the world has made me go, I see the grace He left along the road. I'm just a trucker, but now I see, through this long life, God guided me. I've crossed lonely mountains, deserts wide and bare, and learned that every barren place hides mercy there. A song plays on the radio, a prayer inside my chest, and God keeps filling me with courage for the test. I've cried by the roadside from missing my home, but felt Your warm presence say, You're not alone. Like a father who comforts without making noise, saying, Son, I'm proud of you, listen to my voice. And when the rain falls heavy with no sign to cease, I remember You're the God who whispers peace. I keep rolling on the road that God showed me. Even tight I know He lifts me faithfully. If the wind changes and the storm blows in, I remember the Lord keeps me safe within. And And every mile the world has made me go, I see the grace he left along the road. I'm just a trucker, but now I see through this long life God guided me. Looking back through the mirror at the road behind, I see how many valleys you carried me through in time, how many times I fell with no one to hear. But you came down from heaven just to pull me near. When the weight of the cargo felt too much to bear, you walked beside me and lifted my despair. Now I know I never drive alone, for every curve carries a touch of your throne. My longing for my family cuts deep and strong, but you give me strength to keep rolling on. And when I think everything's breaking apart, you hold my hands and steady my heart. I keep rolling on the road that God showed me. Through the wrongs and rights you shaped me carefully. Even if the night tries to swallow my sight, your light reaches me before morning's bright. If the world grows heavy and my chest wants to slow, I remember your mercy always overflows. And when the sunset whispers the day is through, I bow my head, my God, thank you. I travel forward knowing I'm never alone. The road is long, but God showed me the way home. The day hadn't even started, and the road was calling my name. The cold of early morning touched the window, as if asking where I'm going again. The moon, my faithful companion, shined over the wet, dark ground, and deep inside my chest I felt it was God guiding my load around. Town to town I travel, between silence and trucks passing by. Every headlight crossing mine is a piece of someone's life rolling by. The diesel singing in the engine is the rhythm of my mission. And even when I get tired, he's the one holding my direction. But when the weight grows heavy and loneliness hits me deep, I close my eyes remembering God lives in me. In every beat, here comes the light in the rear view of my soul, bringing peace, making me whole. Even when the night tries to knock me down, my God lifts me from the ground. And when the road turns into despair, he reminds me I'm his and he's always there. And every curve gets a brand new tone when I feel his hand guiding what I own. At a lonely gas station stop, a hot coffee gives life back to me. I watch the sky turning pink like a promise written gently. Truck brothers gather around, each hiding their silent pain. But when we talk about Jesus, strength starts flowing again. One says he lost his family, another fights hard to stand tall. But when we pray together, hope rises and touches all. Because truckers know too well the weight of traveling in the dark, but they also know Christ's light leaves an everlasting mark. And when the sunrise finally comes, painting the sky in gold, I feel God whisper softly,
Son, I'm the treasure you hold. Here comes the light in the rear view of my soul, bringing peace, making me whole, even when the night tries to knock me down. My God lifts me from the ground, and when the road turns into despair, He reminds me I'm His and He's always there. And every curve gets a brand new tone when I feel His hand guiding what I own. And how many tears have I cried, how many fears have I stood beside, but no cold and lonely dawn defeats the faith I carry on. And when the winds blow strong and missing home hurts more, I remember that Christ is north, and my strength renews once more. Night fell fast around me, and rain turned into a wall. The headlights barely showed, yet God was riding it all. So by faith I keep on moving, even when I can't see the way. 'Cause when He guides my steps, no darkness can make me stray. Here comes the light in the rear view of my soul, bringing peace, making me whole, even when the night tries to knock me down. My God lifts me from the ground, and when the road turns into despair, He reminds me I'm His and He's always there. And every curve gets a brand new tone when I feel His hand guiding what I own. And so I travel this rough life with dust, longing, and pain, but with strong, unshaken faith in the Lord who breaks every chain. A long road, but the right one, because He is my conductor. And as long as my truck keeps rolling, I'll keep singing about His love forever. I left the garage early with headlights cutting through the night, a silence only the highway knows, and a gentle ache inside. Homesickness waved at the gate, saying softly, please come home soon. But truckers know how life works, dust diesel in a new tune. The sky was still heavy gray, and the cold wind had no mercy. But inside my rolling cabin, God's presence stayed with me. The engine roared beside me like a friend that never quits. And every mile I conquered, the Lord restored my grit. And when that doubt comes crashing, asking where all of this will lead, I remember that even in blind curves, He teaches my soul to believe. So I follow the road that God designed. If the night gets heavy, His strength is mine. If fear screams loud, He silences with love. If the rain pours down, His shelter is enough. A long, long road, but my chest stands strong, for I carry the light that leads me on. No detour steals the faith I've kept, for God guides every step I've met. At roadside stops I see tired faces, stories the world forgot to hear. Men who live inside the highway, holding tight to what they still hold dear. But when someone talks about Jesus, eyes light up like a burning flame. 'Cause truckers know deep in their soul, faith is what keeps life sane. I saw tears welling quietly from hearts broken more than they say. I saw smiles hiding sorrow from those surviving day by day. And in this rough and dusty journey, a hug, a prayer, one whispered amen, turns dry roads into hope and makes the highway feel like a friend. And when the sunrise breaks the sky in colors only God can make, I feel heaven open slightly, letting my tired soul away. So I follow the road that God designed. If the night gets heavy, His strength is mine. If fear screams loud, He silences with love. If the rain pours down, His shelter is enough. A long, long road, but my chest stands strong, for I carry the light that leads me on. No detour steals the faith I've kept, for God guides every step I've met. How many times did I almost stop? How many tears fell silently? But God held my weary hands and helped me stand steadily. And when the road becomes a desert and the soul starts losing ground, I feel the touch of the eternal whispering, son, don't slow down. Night fell heavy upon me and fog covered all my sight. The headlights fought the darkness as if tired of the fight. But deep within my spirit, a familiar voice spoke low. If I brought you here, my child, it's because with you I always go. So I follow the road that God designed. If the night gets heavy, His strength is mine. If fear screams loud, He silences with love. If the rain pours down, His shelter is enough. A long, long road, but my chest stands strong, for I carry the light that leads me on. No detour steals the faith I've kept, for God guides every step I met. And when I reach my destination, I know I'll look up to the sky, thanking God for the highway He placed beneath my stride. For life itself is a long journey, and the Lord is my shining light. And as long as my truck keeps rolling, I'll keep singing His love out loud each night.
The early dawn was yawning as I slowly started the engine. Cold winds hit the windshield hard, but God began awakening me from within. The highway smelled like a beginning, a silence only He understands. And while shifting into first gear, I felt my soul stand again. The moon faded gently like a lantern going to sleep, and the sky, heavy and quiet, seemed to speak secrets deep. Son, keep going, fear nothing, for I guide your weary stride. And through the steady rumble of the truck, I felt heaven at my side. And even when the heart grows heavy and the world tries to make me break, I remember the road is wide, but my Lord clears every way. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness
this becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. And even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. I cross deep and shadowed valleys, mountains carved by God's own hand. Every curve whispered softly, life's a journey you must withstand. And I, stubborn rolling trucker, through dust, longing and sweat, learned that God never abandons those who keep moving despite regret. At a truck stop I met some brothers, faces heavy from endless miles, each carrying a hidden sorrow behind their rugged smiles. But when we talked about Jesus, a spark of hope began to glow, because faith in this rough world is what keeps a man from letting go. And when the sunrise breaks the sky and shades only the Father can draw, I feel my tired soul smiling and my path renewed with awe. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. Even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. How many times have I cried alone in this seat that knows my pain? How many times have I pleaded as storms rattle my soul again? But God with unseen hands pulled me gently from the dust, saying, son, I made you strong, lean on me, and me you trust. The storm hit hard without warning, and the road turned into a mirror. Headlights sliced the darkness, but my heart beat filled with fear. Then I remembered the voice that always helps me see. If I brought you this far, child, it's because you walk with me. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. And even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. And when I pull over to rest, I look at the sky above. For every mile I've conquered was carried by God's love. A long road but beautiful, because He steers my way. And as long as the horizon calls, I'll chase His light each day. Another day is rising on the windshield of my truck. The sky turns red where yesterday the night got stuck. The engine wakes beside me, but my Lord holds the wheel. And every curve on this long road reminds me how I feel. The cold of early morning hugs me like a friend, and I remember the goodbye I gave back home again. But faith rebuilds my strength when longing hits hard. For God rides in my cabin, keeping me safe and on guard. And when the highway seems to never end. I hear your voice inside again. Son, don't fear, with you I stand. So I go steady down this track. Even tired, you always bring my spirit back. Your love covers me like a mantle of light, the strength that keeps my heart upright through mountain storms and dust below. Your voice is the lighthouse in my soul, and I press on because I know in every mile with me you go. Lonely sometimes comes to knock me down, but in the roaring of the engine, Lord, your call resounds. The wind hits hard, yet never to destroy. It feels like your arms surround me with joy. Road signs rush by, but your timing is true, and every stop is a lesson you paint anew. The golden sunset reminds me of your grace, and night lights up stars inside my chest space. And even when heavy rains start to fall, I feel your hand guiding it all, saying, son, in me you stand tall. So I go steady down this track. Even tired, you always bring my spirit back. Your love covers me like a mantle of light, the strength that keeps my heart upright through mountain storms and dust below. Your voice is the lighthouse in my soul, and I press on because I know in every mile with me you go. When longing burns deep and I feel myself fold, I remember this life is a mission you've told. Even when I falter, you never leave me behind. Your mercy lifts me when I'm losing my mind. And in the silent night, parked somewhere on the line, I close my eyes and say, Lord, strengthen this heart of mine. And your peace settles on me like a gentle wind, and I get back on the road renewed from within. So I go steady down this track, for I know my battle can't compare to your cross and the love you bear. You're my God, my rest, my Lord, my reason to keep moving forward through curves, thunder, horizons wide. Your presence rides always by my side, and when the night tries to dim my way, you light me up again, my King. Always. The echoes of my faith roll on the ground, and I keep moving with your love all around. The sun has barely risen, and I'm already on the road again. Dust dancing in the mirrors, and the wind retelling where I've been. I carry dreams in the trailer, and memory inside this rig, and every bridge along this highway makes my heart bow down and dig. Thoughts of home come softly right at the start of the day. My son saying, Dad, come back soon, and I whisper I'm far away. But God is watching over you for me, so I move on without retreat. For whoever trusts in heaven learns to rise back to their feet. And when loneliness arrives, trying hard to bring me down, I remember God is watching, and He lifts me from the ground. When God guides my road, even the night won't make me fear. And when the world grows heavy, He plants courage in me here. When longing makes its noise, I let a teardrop fall, 'cause I know out on the highway, it's He who leads it all. When God guides my road, I don't walk this path alone. The sky opens all around me, and each new turn becomes my home. The moon paints the heavens silver, and the night becomes a friend. I pray inside my cabin like a chapel without end. The humming of the engine feels like a guarding song, and I feel God at the wheel, driving steady, driving strong. I faced hard storms and thunder, slippery roads, fear and pain. I've seen a brother on the shoulder calling out the Lord's name. And every time I could, I stopped, because God once used someone to lift me from the dust when I had no strength to push through. And moments like these remind me, no man conquers all alone. For God sends living angels across each mile we roam. When God guides my road, even the night won't make me fear. And when the world grows heavy, He plants courage in me here. When longing makes its noise, I let a teardrop fall, 'cause I know out on the highway, it's He who leads it all. When God guides my road, I don't walk this path alone. The sky opens all around me, and each new turn becomes my home. Sometimes I stop and wonder if one day I'll slow it down, but the highway calls my name, and my heart can't turn around. Some were born for fields of green, some were born for river shores, and I was born to see God calling me through distant doors. The sunset colors the asphalt with orange, faith, and red, and I feel the Lord so near me, like He's standing by my head, right beside the driver's seat, showing me which way to go. And all I say is thank you, Father, for never letting my hope go low. Then the road opens wide, like a river made of light, and deep inside I know it's God who holds me tight. Fear turns into memory, pain turns into strength, for where His hand is guiding, no one can cut the lane. When God guides my road, even the night won't make me fear. And when the world grows heavy, He plants courage in me here. When longing makes its noise, I let a teardrop fall, but I stay firm upon the highway, for He is Lord of all. When God guides my road, I don't walk this path alone. The whole heaven glows around me, and I find where I belong.
tomorrow I wake up far with another stretch to face. I know God rides beside me with His mercy and His grace. For as long as there is highway and the will to journey on, the love that comes from heaven will always guide me strong. Some nights weigh heavier than a loaded truck, and longing blows beside me like a restless gust. The road speaks softly, tells stories, makes a prayer, and I move forward steady with God always there. The stars are my friends watching over my way, and even when I stumble I don't go astray. Life behind the wheel is rough, but I learned this truth: who trusts in heaven never loses their root. And when darkness tightens and hope starts to fade, I remember the promise that God once made. Son, fear no curve, fear no steep climb. I'll carry your burdens and guide you through time. I'm a trucker with a fearless faith and a heart and soul. In the engine's roar, I free secrets I hold. God is the headlight that shines when night grows cold, and it's by His grace my journey stays bold. In the dust of the road I find rebirth again, each sunrise teaching me more about men. A traveler of light even when alone, for the one who rides with me rules the throne. I've seen storms fall like avalanches from heaven, but I've also seen God cover me with gentle protection. A trucker's life is courage mixed with prayer. Every spinning tire is faith moving through air. The radio hums low, but my spirit sings loud, and His presence guides me through every mile proud. Through cargo delays and time that won't wait, I find peace where His grace orchestrates. And when the road disappears in fog and doubt, I feel God's hand within me pulling me out. Son, walk with me, don't let fear remain. No night lasts forever, I always bring the day again. I'm a trucker with a fearless faith and a heart and soul. In the engine's roar, I free secrets I hold. God is the headlight that shines when night grows cold, and it's by His grace my journey stays bold. In the dust of the road I find rebirth again, each sunrise teaching me more about men. A traveler of light even when alone, for the one who rides with me rules the throne. When silence grows heavy and my heart wants to cry, I pause just a moment to hear what's inside. In the
passing by, I feel the divine telling me I was never left behind. My truck becomes a chapel, my route becomes prayer, and each mile heals every burden I bear. The road God writes has no wrong direction. Every curve has purpose, every stop reflection. Now the sun rises bright on the far-off line, bringing strength anew to this soul of mine. I start the engine, leave the worries behind, knowing God leads me with love refined. The future awaits me with roads wide and clear, and faith keeps me steady through each passing year. For being a trucker is more than a role, it's living each day with gratitude in the soul. I'm a trucker with a fearless faith and a heart and soul. In the engine's roar, I free secrets I hold. God is the headlight that shines when night grows cold, and it's by His grace my journey stays bold. In the dust of the road I find rebirth again, each sunrise teaching me more about men. A traveler of light with a heart made braver, for God rides always beside the truck driver. The day rises slowly on the mirror of my rig. The wind whistles strong, but my soul stays big. The highway greets me like an old loyal friend, and God drives with me from beginning to end. The engine's rumble reminds me who I am, a trucker made strong, lifted by the great I am. And even when I stumble, He's there lifting me. The road is hard, but with Him I'm free. And when loneliness tries to settle inside, I whisper a prayer and remember in stride that heaven never leaves a man alone. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, God paints my life with colors that don't die. In the glowing dawn, I feel His gaze. In the tired sunset, His hand still stays. And even when fear tries to silence my breath, His voice says, son, I carry you through death. So I stand firm, knowing this truth I tell. Foot on the road, but my heart in the sky dwells. At every forgotten truck stop in the middle of nowhere, I find traces of your grace laid gently there. In the smell of strong coffee, in the smile of a friend, your care reminds me you're here without end. Headlights fly past like comets in flight,
and I know I'm not alone. You speak through the night, sometimes exhausted, sometimes unsure, but your presence draws a map that keeps me secure. And when the rain falls heavy trying to stop my way, I remember you're the God who calms the day. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, God paints my life with colors that don't die. In the glowing dawn, I feel His gaze. In the tired sunset, His hand still stays. And even when fear tries to silence my breath, His voice says, son, I carry you through death. So I stand firm, knowing this truth I tell. Foot on the road, with my heart in the sky dwells. And when the night is too dark for my eyes to see, I lift them upward and call for Thee. The sky opens quietly, ready to hear, and I feel Your presence drawing near. The engine keeps roaring, but Your peace leads my lane, even when longing hits me like rain. I pray for the family waiting for me back home, and feel Your protection covering my chrome. Sometimes I drown in memories that ache, but You heal, lift, and remake. And there on the road where no one else sees, You wrap me in spirit and bring me to my knees. Foot on the road, heart in the sky, fear disappears when Your voice comes by. Your steps go before me, opening up the dawn. And with every mile, my strength is reborn. Life may be hard, but You are true, and my path aligns when I look to You. When the sun sets saying the day is done, I stop and whisper, my God, thank You for every run. And I keep rolling on, knowing well, foot on the road, and my heart in the sky as well.
Night still yawns as I turn the key of my old truck. The engine growls, reminding me that the road knows every tear and every luck. A sip of coffee, a long breath, longing always comes first. But God understands this heavy life, He knows a trucker's heart and thirst. The moon hanging above seems to guide every curve I take, and sometimes I feel God watching close for every mile I make. The headlights cut the dark like a miracle in the cold night air, and I remember how many times God carried me when I wasn't even aware. I've escaped potholes, storms,
and even battles inside my chest. And even when fear pressed hard, He held my road and gave me rest. And in this noisy loneliness, where the world feels far away, it's in the silence of the highway that God teaches me how to stay. And even tired, I keep moving, because I know I'm not alone. Every tear I dropped on the steering wheel, God held better than I've ever known. It's in the silence of the highway that I hear God speak to me. It's in the wind that touches my face that He says, son, I'll set you free. Even when the night grows heavy and longing starts to shout, He puts His hand on my shoulder and wipes every doubt. And if the world gets slippery and tries to bring me down, God climbs into the cabin with me and lifts me off the ground. I've seen sunrises painting the sky like art from heaven's hand. I've seen rainbows after storms, reminding me of promises made for man. I've slept at empty stops, woken up in sudden rain, heard truckers carrying stories filled with silent pain. But in this rough old life, one thing becomes so clear: God never abandons a soul, He's always near. I carry stories in my chest that only the rearview mirror knows. Conversations with God whispered where the cool night wind blows. And when I think of my loved ones waiting far from where I roam, I ask the Father above to guide me safely home. And then I feel a burning warmth holding my spirit tight, because God always finds me in the quiet of the night. And even if the world says this life is too hard to live, I walk with God beside me, and with Him everything has meaning to give. It's in the silence of the highway that I hear God's gentle tone. It's in the distant headlights that He shows I'm never alone. Between dust and prayers, between highway and solitude, He plants His strength inside me, He lifts my attitude. And when the curves get dangerous and fear says don't try, God takes the wheel with me and says, son, I'll help you fly. And when the night holds me tighter than I can bear, I remember God has beaten storms much greater than my despair. And when I think I've run out of strength to move on, He says, son, I am your road, keep driving, drive strong. I breathe in deep, steady the wheel, watch the sky unfold, and understand no trucker drives alone. That's a truth worth gold. God's hand holds the universe, and it holds my highway too. I've cried at empty rest stops, smiled for small reasons on the way. I felt God embrace me on nights when I didn't know what to say. And I learned that longing is also a bridge to hope's embrace. And love waiting back home never loses its grace. It's
God who lights faith in my soul when the engine dies. It's Him who gives me direction when life suddenly sighs. And even if the sun takes its time to rise, I know it will, because God's promise never fails. It stands still. It's in the silence of the highway that God makes me reborn again. It's in the endless road ahead that He shows where my strength has been. If longing weighs heavy, He lifts it. If fear arrives, He shifts it. And when dawn breaks and light begins to shine, I feel God in the breeze saying, son, you're mine. It's faith on the asphalt, peace in my chest, God guiding every mile, giving me rest. And while there is road to ride, hope will live in me, because God never leaves, not now, not endlessly. And when the morning comes, I smile just a little more, because God drives with me, and He drives before.
Rain still falls on the windshield as I wake on the roadside. Dawn has a silence that matches the storm I hold inside. Another day to fight, another road without knowing where it ends. But God knows my path long before my journey begins. And while the diesel warms and hums beneath the gray sky, the wind whispers softly, trust in God, you'll get by. The headlight barely lights the road, but enough for my soul to see. No darkness is too deep when God walks ahead of me. I've gotten lost in curves, gotten lost in myself, thought of giving up, but He said, son, I am your help. So I move steady, move silent, trust in the one who never fails. God shifts the gears of life, I just hold the rails. And when longing hits hard and heavy, I close my eyes without fear, because I feel God sitting softly in the passenger's seat right here. In the shadow of the headlight, God whispers in my ear. In the sound of rolling tires, He says, son, I'm always near. Even when the night feels heavy and tears start to fall, He ignites the faith inside me, helping me stand tall. And if the road closes or tries to hold me down, God climbs in beside me and lifts me from the ground. I've seen mountains rise like walls before the morning sun, seen storms turn to calm with just one touch from the Holy One. Met truckers carrying pain nobody sees, and learned that God gives shelter even in moments like these. Pass through towns whose names I can't recall, but I remember the silence where God embraced it all. Some but the world demands its pace. So I ask the Lord for strength, for His renewing grace. Some potholes hurt the engine, others hurt the soul, but God whispers softly, "Son, I will make you whole." And when tears fall unnoticed, hitting the wheel like rain, His peace comes down warm, covering every pain. And when hope feels far and I doubt where I stand, I remember God's promise, "Son, walk with me, hold my hand." In the shadow of the headlight, God brightens my way. In the curves and the memories, He teaches me what to say. If fear locks me down, God sets me free. If sorrow tries to bind me, He breaks a chain in me. And when the road screams that I should give in, God strengthens my spirit and says, "Begin again." In the middle of the night, while the world sleeps and only the engine speaks, I whisper, "Father, hold my hand. Today my heart feels weak." And He answers in a silence that cures what aches inside. "I brought you this far, son, and I will stay by your side." And when that voice settles deep within my tired chest, I discover that life with God always finds its rest. I've seen the sun rise behind the hills with a divine golden glow, and each dawn is God saying, "Son, keep going, grow." I've seen falling stars streak through the sky like a prayer, and learned that every honest cry reaches God somewhere. And when the diesel sings loud beneath this endless dome, I remember the road is my altar and God is my home. And if someday I think of stopping, may God make me recall He gave me the strength to start. He won't let me fall. In the shadow of the headlight, God holds me close and near and whispers, "Son, it's never too late to let go of fear." If night presses hard, He shines His light. If pain arrives, He guides my fight. And when the road seems too long or too steep to climb, He says the ending is peace. Just give it time. It's faith at the wheel, courage in my stare, because with God beside me, I go anywhere. And as long as there's highway, there's hope in my soul. For God walks with me, He makes me whole. And when the headlight dims and dawn begins to glow, I smile, knowing God went ahead, preparing everywhere I go.
The dawn is calling, and I lay my heart upon a wind. Headlights slicing through the silence, carrying weight in what's within. The road unfolds before me like a river running wide, and every mile seems to ask who I am on this ride. A trucker's life teaches lessons in the quiet of the road. Sometimes you lose a little just to learn what God has showed. And while the engine hums inside me, God whispers soft and slow. He never leaves alone the ones who follow where He goes. So I keep going under the lights of the open sky, where every star above me feels like a message from on high. Through the curves, the dust, the weight of the day, I find God in the journey and faith in every way. Even far from home, He finds a way to reach me here. In the cab of my old truck, reminding me why I persevere. And when the night hides the path I cannot see, He shines my destination and strengthens what's in me. At an empty truck stop, sipping coffee as the sun appears. It's beautiful watching the world wake while I face my doubts and fears. The morning colors paint the steel of my rig with fire and gold, and God warms my spirit gently like a story being told. I think of heavy moments, of loads I thought I'd never bear, of the fears a man hides deep inside so no one sees they're there. But as the sky turns from black to blue, one truth stands tall: God has always guided me, His hand steady through it all. And in the quiet only the open road can make, I hear God tell me, son, there's still much more to take. The past is your highway, the future is your run, and whoever drives with faith will never be undone. So I keep going under the lights of the open sky, where every star above me feels like a message from on high. Through the curves, the dust, the weight of the day, I find God in the journey and faith in every way. Even far from home, He finds a way to reach me here. In the cab of my old truck, reminding me why I persevere. And when the night hides the path I cannot see, He shines my destination and strengthens what's in me. Sometimes the radio plays a tune that sings of home, and my heart replies softly, no matter where I roam. A trucker's life is heavy, but it's filled with purpose too. Far from the arms I love, but close to what is true. I see trucks passing by, each one carrying its own tale. Every cab has triumphs and burdens that prevail, and I feel we are brothers, driven by the same bright light. A God who never sleeps and watches us through the night. And when the wind grows stronger, shaking my tired soul, I raise a simple prayer that steadies my control. And Lord, hold this road inside me strong and clean. Help me stand today better than I've ever been. And when the rain falls heavy, like the world crashing down, I remember that storms break, but your love never drowns. You are my map, my guide, my place to start. You are the peace waiting at the end of every part. So I keep going under the lights of the open sky, with a heart made steady, with faith that never dies. Through the sunrise and the dark, I know you're always near, driving right beside me, chasing every fear. Even far from home, you still watch over me. The road is long and winding, but it's yours eternally. And if the night tries to break what I believe, tomorrow you'll bring sunlight for my soul to receive. And then everything grows dark, I'll remember what is true. The sky turns even brighter when I'm guided by you. A trucker stays strong even when the earth shakes below, for the road is long, but yours forever, Lord, I know.
This morning the highway woke up in silence, a gentle cold resting on my truck like guidance. Life calls and my old engine rises with me, as if whispering, go on my friend, I'm here, you'll see. I shift into first, hear the engine's familiar sound. The sky's still dark like sheep waiting to gather around. In the mirror I see memories of the man I used to be. Ahead lies faith, dust, and the road God set for me. Loneliness doesn't hurt when your soul knows where it stands. Mine learned that asphalt is where God shapes His plans. The path isn't always bright, nor easy to understand, but God maps my steps long before I take command. So I travel down the road between God and me, where every curve reveals a piece of eternity. When the weight grows heavy, He steadies my ground, and when I feel I'm falling, His hand lifts me around. In the cab I'm small, but in His love I stand tall, for God drives beside me through it all. And even when the day feels harsh and unclear, He lights His holy beam and draws my heart near. I think of mistakes, of battles I carried alone, of nights I cried quietly with no comfort known. But in the deepest darkness, a truth came to me. If everything else failed, God still stood with me. Faith isn't comfort, it's direction and fire. It's driving while tired, but believing higher. A trucker doesn't run, he faces whatever may be. Protected not by steel, but by God's eyes over thee. And when the sky starts turning gold and blue, I feel God's presence soaking me through. Sunlight touching the wheel, the highway shining anew, and my heart whispers, God never let go of you. So I travel down the road between God and me, where every curve reveals a piece of eternity. When the weight grows heavy, he steadies my ground, and when I feel I'm falling, his hand lifts me around. In the cab I'm small, but in his love I stand tall. For God drives beside me through it all. And even when the day feels harsh and unclear, he lights his holy beam and draws my heart near. I think of mistakes, of battles I carried alone. At sunset I stop at a truck stop I've seen before. Every trucker there carries battles at their core. We are men of the world, wanderers of dust and heat, with hearts calling out for God in every beat. I see a tired brother telling stories with his eyes, stories of loss, of courage, of faith that never dies. And I feel we are bound by more than gasoline or steel, but by a God who knows exactly what each of us feels. Night falls slowly over the endless land. The sky turns on its lanterns by God's own hand. And I realize the road may seem endless to me, but God knows exactly where my final mile will be. And if storms rise without warning or sign, I learned all I need to do is trust what's divine. For the God who holds the heavens in place also holds my heart in his endless grace. When fear whispers that I'm not strong enough, God speaks louder, I made you tough. The rain becomes a hymn, the wind becomes prayer, and the wet asphalt reflects the hope I bear. So I travel down the road between God and me, even when the world feels cold or heavy. For he knows my burden and the purpose ahead. He never leaves me stranded on the road I tread. When a new sun rises, its warmth makes me see God writes promises only truckers truly read. And if yesterday weighed more than I thought I could bear, today he gives strength, so I'll never despair. And when I reach the final stretch of this route, I know God will be there without any doubt. A trucker lives far, but never alone, for the road between God and me is forever His own.
The early dawn was yawning as I slowly started the engine. Cold winds hit the windshield hard, but God began awakening me from within. The highway smelled like a beginning, a silence only He understands. And while shifting into first gear, I felt my soul stand again. The moon faded gently like a lantern going to sleep, and the sky, heavy and quiet, seemed to speak secrets deep. Son, keep going, fear nothing, for I guide your weary stride. And through the steady rumble of the truck, I felt heaven at my side. And even when the heart grows heavy and the world tries to make me break, I remember the road is wide, but my Lord clears every way. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. And even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. I cross deep and shadowed valleys, mountains carved by God's own hand. Every curve whispered softly, life's a journey you must withstand. And I, stubborn rolling trucker, through dust, longing and sweat, learned that God never abandons those who keep moving despite regret. At a truck stop I met some brothers, faces heavy from endless miles, each carrying a hidden sorrow behind their rugged smiles. But when we talked about Jesus, a spark of hope began to glow, because faith in this rough world is what keeps a man from letting go. And when the sunrise breaks the sky and shades only the Father can draw, I feel my tired soul smiling and my path renewed with awe. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. And even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. How many times have I cried alone in this seat that knows my pain? How many times have I pleaded as storms rattle my soul again? But God with unseen hands pulled me gently from the dust, saying, son, I made you strong, lean on me, in me you trust. The storm hit hard without warning, and the road turned into a mirror. Headlights sliced the darkness, but my heart beat filled with fear. Then I remembered the voice that always helps me see. If I brought you this far, child, it's because you walk with me. And when heaven touches the asphalt, my fear loses its assault. Loneliness becomes a passing breeze, and God lifts my soul with ease. If the path seems impossible to climb, He makes it perfect in His time. And even if the night grows rough, I follow His north, strong enough. And when I pull over to rest, my truck again, and it feels like all of heaven is whispering I'm in. The engine breathes deeply, just like I do before I leave, and the road opens slowly, inviting me to believe. The dust upon the mirror tells the story of my ways, of moments I have left behind and long forgotten days. But every mile of asphalt brings a voice that softly says that the faith that guides my steps will never lead me astray. And when silence grows heavy, trying to pull me down, I hear God speaking through the song of the ground. That's when the road teaches me to pray in the sway of the world and the wind on my way. In the headlight cutting through the darkest night, I see the gentle touch of God's pure light. And even tired, I start to understand that life is all about learning again. And every curve seems to say, son, I'm with you every day. At the lonely truck stop, I pause just to think, and with a warm cup of coffee, my heart starts to sink. With the quiet truth that rises when the world weighs down, and I find that on the highway is where grace is found. Passing lights rush by like stars falling fast, and the hum of the pavement calms the shadows of my past. For even when I cannot see, I know God's near, turning every mile into something perfectly clear. And when longing tries hard to bring me fear, I remember God walks with me, always here. That's when the road teaches me to pray in the sway of the world and the wind on my way. In the headlight cutting through the darkest night, I see the gentle touch of God's pure light. And even tired, I start to understand that life is all about learning again. And every curve seems to say, son, I'm with you every day. And when the sky grows dark before the storm breaks free, I remember your embrace always reaching out to me. The rain comes down heavy, but doesn't stop my flight, for your light breaks through the clouds, guiding me through the night. Sometimes I feel the weight of things I had to leave, but your grace calls my name, teaching me to believe. You are the lighthouse that never fades away, hearing every prayer that I silently say. And there in the middle of nowhere, I feel you surround, and I realize this road is holy ground. And even when I stumble, you help me restart, saying, my beloved child, I rebuild your heart. That's when the road teaches me to pray, and my weary soul finds rest on the way. In the silence of the night,
Your peace appears like a gentle embrace, wiping away my fears. And when the sun rises after the dark is gone, I thank you again for holding on. And I drive forward because I know the road shapes me, but you are the glow. And while the world keeps rushing, I follow your star, learning with you, learning to pray.